Marjorie Taylor Greene is resigning, as I know you know. And now that means she's going nuclear on, I used that phrase before. Sorry, I'm not trying to be too redundant. She's getting really heated when even previous supporters of her question her decision to resign. My point is, you know how lately Nancy Pelosi has just been, and I say this in the most complimentary way possible, she's been unhinged in a good way. She's been like, I don't give to because I'm resigning, or not resigning because I'm retiring. And so she's been saying all this really right-wing reporters will come up to her, she'll snap at them, and she called Trump the most vile creature on the face of the planet. So it's just like, it's like fun, unhinged Nancy is all of a sudden out to hang out. And it's been interesting to watch. We have that with Marjorie. It's the I don't give an F because I'm resigning, I'm leaving. And that's how she's interacting with some of her previous biggest supporters, these MAGA accounts on X. So let me read you this sequence of events. You have her posting in response to this guy Cernovich, who's a big right-wing account, saying, you need to serve out your full term. And she said, oh, I haven't suffered enough for you while you post all day behind a screen? Do I have to stay until I'm assassinated like our friend Charlie Kirk? Will that be good enough for you then? Shitposting on the internet all day isn't fighting. Get off your ass and run for Congress. I fought harder than anyone in the real arena, not social media. Put down your little pebbles and put your money where your mouth is. Woo! Which I don't like being that guy, but it is kind of fun to see MAGA confused as to how to respond to this event, because some of them are going, they're taking, it's like, whose side do you take? Mom or dad? Trump or Marjorie? Not a perfect analogy, but you get the point. Because they were both what you would say is the purest, most intense, extreme MAGA. And now Trump, who's the MAGA guy, is saying he doesn't like Marjorie, who was like the MAGA woman. And Marjorie's saying she's resigning because she has no hope now in Trump. And it's a little fun. It's a little fun to watch. She then responded to herself saying, typical of Republican men telling a woman to shut up, get back in the kitchen, and fix me something to eat. Now, I didn't see that, but maybe people are also commenting that, I don't know. But I guess this is still a response to Cernovich, but okay. That is definitely something a lot of extreme red pillars say. But F you in the sweetest, most southern draw I can enunciate. Well, F you. I have been trying to tell all you men that our kitchen pantry's empty. With spider webs, our house has been ransacked, the windows and doors are broken and busted, and the greedy rich bastards have twisted your minds into a sick state that you all continue. Are we still in the analogy? Are we still in the metaphor about the kitchen? Your pantry twisted your minds into a sick state that you all continue in the two-party toxic political system that acts like college football playoffs, yet is burying you and your children and their children and their children in a pine box in a shallow grave. Get off your ass and fix your own damn food and clean up the kitchen when you're done. That's no joke. That's no joke. Is it weird for anyone that she's going kind of woke? I don't mean in like she's gonna become liberal. No. Just remember, this is Marjorie Taylor Greene still. This is her in an exhibit honoring the January 6ers, honoring traitors. So that's still her. But I never would have guessed on my 2025 bingo card that Marjorie Greene would be talking about toxic masculinity. It's like, who, and if I had to make a list of all the people who would be calling or making criticisms of like men, toxic men or something, I would put Marjorie so low on that list. And now she's out there saying, make your own meal, damn it. Which is, I did not expect. Here's Kevin McCarthy responding to all this.
Okay. What happened, by the way, with MTG? She's leaving Congress? She's leaving Congress, but I don't think that's the end that you'll see about her. And I think, look, I've always believed that any time you have an elected official that's known by 3 initials, they're effective on what they do. And I found Marjorie to be very effective, but she's almost like a canary in a coal mine. And this is something inside Congress they better wake up, because they're going to get a lot of people retiring, and they got to focus. I think keeping members out of Congress, you only get 2 years to be in the majority. And if the Democrats get you not to work every day for 2 months, that's losing 2 months of the majority.
Well, I just lost 40 seconds of my life, Kevin. Did you ever think of that? How are you able to speak for so long and say nothing? Do you know what his point was? Marjorie Greene is resigning, which means the Republican majority is narrower, and more people could resign, and that could be a problem for Republicans. And it's probably bad when the government shuts down and you choose not to work, which Congress chose not to, the House chose not to, for 2 months, because then you have less time to govern. And Marjorie Greene was also famous, so she was known by just MTG, which means she was famous, which in politics gives you some power. What kind of mashed potato in a blending machine after I ate it and pooped it out, regurgitated junk is that? Everyone knows that. Gosh. He also took a little jab at Nancy Mace. Which, yeah, I mean, plenty to jab about.
Every time in Congress, we would vote on a bipartisan basis who was the least ethical, who was the least respected. It was always a tie between Swalwell.
Who was the least ethical?
Bipartisan basis. Who was the least ethical, who was the least...
The least esticle. The least testicle. What? Whoa!
Basis. Who was the least ethical, who was the least respected. It was always a tie between Swalwell and Nancy Mace. And I just don't see these people leading anywhere.
Oh my gosh, you hate Nancy Mace. You hate
No, I don't. I want her to get the help she needs. I just don't want to put her in a position that she makes decisions.
Okay.
Oh, wowza. Okay, so then you have this criticism of Marjorie from someone named Alex, who's MAGA. I'm just assuming. I don't know. Let's see. Everyone just wait here for a second.
Marjorie Taylor Greene announced her resignation from the Congress, and I think it confirms some of the things I've been saying on the show and that I've said for a while, and kind of a feeling that I've brought and why I don't talk about her too much.
Yeah, unless I'm mistaken, that's a Breitbart hat behind him, which is a really right-wing outlet, so I was right.
On the show, even though she's some of your favorite.
I think profiling people is wrong, but I am able to politically profile people. I am. It's a skill I have and I enjoy. Out in the world, I can see like a little, I can see, it sounds like someone's thought when they're really high. I can see like energy coming off of someone, and it's like more blue or more red or more purple. And I'll say, you voted for Trump. They'll say, how did you know? And I'll say, there's red coming off of you. They have a MAGA hat on, and I'm just like, I think I'm a genius.
Even though she's some of your favorite, she's some of you in the audience, she's probably one of your favorite Congress people, and she's an iconoclast, and I like iconoclasts. I like American individuals, absolutely what she is. However, her resignation is timed in the most selfish way possible. She's waiting until the new year, which means she's waiting until specifically when she's had 5 full years in the Congress so that she gets her full pension. And I'll tell you, she's just resigning for the most selfish reasons imaginable. The majority is so thin, so slim for conservatives and Republicans right now. The fact that she is going to be hitting the road and leaving us with 1 fewer vote to try to get done the president's agenda, it is deep.
What is it that you need to get done? You took away healthcare for millions of people. You gave your tax cuts for the rich. Trump's doing everything through, other than that, executive authority, lawfully or unlawfully. And he hasn't expressed an interest in any other legislation. What is it that you need to get done even? There's a lot of things I wish that you would get done that were actually good, but you kind of got the big, in my opinion, bad stuff done. What is it that you're looking to do next? So I guess she didn't like that that either. And that's kind of it. That's kind of the clash. Was it selfish? Is it hurting the majority? That's what they're talking about. That pension point is true. But what can you expect? It's MTG.